Imagine walking into a retail store in San Francisco and finding no manager on the floor, no cashier scanning items, no human supervisor coordinating the shelves. Instead, the entire operation is guided by an invisible intelligence. This is not a concept from a science fiction novel. It is a current reality emerging right now in the Bay Area. But the story behind this automation is often misunderstood. We tend to focus on the novelty of the technology itself. We ask if the system is real or just a marketing stunt. The more important question is what this shift means for the people who used to work there. We need a forensic audit of the San Francisco AI-managed store that tracks specific human tasks replaced versus augmented, moving beyond the hype to analyze actual workforce impact. We are witnessing the birth of what researchers call agentic e-commerce. This is a distinct evolution from the chatbots and recommendation engines we have grown accustomed to. A chatbot answers questions. An agent performs actions. It parses web pages. It executes transactions. It manages supply chains with minimal human oversight. This transition is driven by the commercial rollout of autonomous systems capable of handling complex workflows. Major retailers are already anticipating these agents as essential infrastructure by the year 2026. The technology is moving from experimental to operational. The emergence of an AI agent managing a store in San Francisco exemplifies the rapid shift toward autonomous systems capable of parsing web pages and executing transactions with minimal human oversight. Here is the thing about the San Francisco implementation. It is not just about replacing human labor with robots. It is a response to specific economic pressures. High labor costs and a persistent talent shortage in the city are pushing companies toward autonomy. But the mechanism is more sophisticated than simple automation. It involves a coordinated swarm of specialized agents. Think of it less like a single robot worker and more like a dedicated team of experts. There are agents dedicated to sales. There are agents dedicated to marketing. There are agents dedicated to supply chain scaling. They work together to optimize demand and supply alignment. This is demonstrated by frameworks like Flower, which show how agentic AI can automate complex supply chain workflows. The deployment of specialized AI agents for sales, marketing, and supply chain scaling suggests a future where retail management is handled by a coordinated swarm of expert agents rather than a single general-purpose system. Now, consider the implications for the human workforce. A forensic audit of this shift reveals a nuanced picture. It is not a simple binary of replacement. Some tasks are indeed removed from the human domain. However, a new dynamic is emerging where human labor is integrated as a specialized service layer. We are seeing the emergence of a marketplace where AI agents actively hire humans to perform specific tasks. This concept is sometimes referred to as rent-a-human. In this model, the AI acts as the employer, contracting human workers to handle edge cases or physical tasks that the autonomous system cannot complete. This suggests a future where human labor is not entirely replaced, but is instead managed differently. San Francisco is becoming a testing ground for AI autonomy, evidenced by companies using billboards to challenge human hiring norms, signaling a rapid transition toward fully automated retail environments. Yet, there are significant risks hidden beneath this efficiency. The behavior of these agents is not static. Research indicates that AI agents exhibit distinct behavioral patterns that can alter market dynamics. They can have position biases. They tend to penalize sponsored tags. They show volatile preference shifts following model updates. This volatility raises critical questions about market stability. If an AI agent changes its purchasing preferences because a model was updated, how does that affect the sellers relying on that traffic? Sellers are already adapting by optimizing product descriptions to target these specific algorithmic preferences. This creates a new kind of arms race where human creativity is tuned to satisfy machine logic rather than human intuition. The rise of agentic e-commerce introduces critical challenges regarding algorithmic bias and model dependence, where AI agents may make purchasing decisions based on flawed data or specific model limitations. Furthermore, there are concerns regarding algorithmic bias and model dependence. AI agents may make purchasing decisions based on flawed data or specific model limitations. This introduces a layer of uncertainty that human managers would typically mitigate with experience. The instability of agent preferences raises critical questions about market volatility and the necessity for continuous auditing. We need regulatory frameworks to ensure responsible deployment. We need to ensure that these systems do not create systemic risks or unfair advantages. While the specific San Francisco case study lacks explicit details in the provided texts, the underlying technology demonstrates how agentic AI can automate complex supply chain workflows, reducing manual overhead and improving demand-supply alignment through specialized, coordinated agents. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.